Aloha. My name is Pastor John Fuchigami, and I'm a wedding minister here in the beautiful state of Hawaii. Now, we're here to talk about how to write your own wedding vows. And I love it when couples write their own vows. Because what better way is there to make your wedding ceremony absolutely unique than by putting your one-of-a-kind love to word and to promise? All right, so here's my first tip. Start early. Don't wait until the last minute. I personally recommend giving it at least 3 weeks. Then when you're ready to start, have a discussion with your fiancé. Begin to talk about things like content, style, and length. For content, I've noticed that the most memorable vows usually touch on 3 aspects of time: past, present, and future. Now, for the past, you can talk about things like how you met, how your lives were before you met, and don't be afraid to add personal stories. In fact, remember this: the more specific your stories, the less generic your vows will be. So here's an example, made up. We met in high school, we became sweethearts, my love for you has not stopped growing since then, and now I'm so happy that we're finally getting married. Not too bad, but if you think about it, that could apply to really any couple or a lot of couples. So let's try that again, but let's add more detail. I remember the first time I saw you in science class. You had this amazing smile that could light up the room. And when Mr. Brown paired us together as lab partners, I thought I had died and gone to heaven. Over the next few weeks, what started as discussions over chemical compounds turned into long, wonderful conversations about our lives and our dreams. It didn't take long before you became the best friend I've ever known. Then came that fateful day 2 years later after dating. You accidentally sprayed food coloring all over my white shirt. You were mortified, but I started laughing. And we both laughed until we cried. It was at that moment that I realized how much I love you. And how I wanted to spend the rest of my life and all of life's happy moments with you. So, see, there's a little bit of a difference there. Again, more specific makes for less generic. All right, for the present, you can talk about things like how your personalities or your stories complement each other, or talk about the things that you love about each other. Again, be specific, less generic. Brides, instead of saying to your grooms, "I love you because you're such a great guy," try saying something more like this: "I watch the way you take care of your mother so faithfully, and so I know that you will faithfully take care of me. I see the way that you interact with my little brother, the way you relate to him, and so I know that you are going to be a great father to our children one day. The way you turned down that higher paid position because it was going to violate your ethics showed me that you are a man of integrity, and so I know that you will be true to me. I'm so proud of the man that you are, and I'm so in love with you." So you see the difference. More specific, less generic. For the future, this is where your actual vows would come into play. The promises, the commitments that you're going to make to each other for all your tomorrows. And even here you can be specific and have some fun. For example, I've had some brides come up with some cute ones like this. "I promise to watch the Super Bowl with you and to faithfully cheer for the Broncos." Now that you've got a framework for your content with past, present, and future, we can talk about style now. And the style is how you present that content. Let me give you some examples. One groom, believe it or not, used a Star Wars theme for his vows. Another groom he strung together multiple love songs to tell his story. And one bride, she used visual aids. So have fun, get creative. Next, you're going to want to agree upon the approximate length of your vows. Not down to the number of words, but approximate. For example, you don't want to have the first set of vows be multiple pages long, single-space typewritten, and then the second set of vows to be handwritten on a couple of post-it notes. You want them to be kind of consistent in length. And I found that the approximate length of well-written vows tend to be about 300 to 500 words. All right, so we've addressed content, style, and length. Next, go ahead and create your first draft. And then sit on it. Let it stew for a day or two. What you thought sounded great initially might actually sound cheesy or ordinary after just a few days. And then use the remaining time to fine-tune your vows. Craft it until it's a masterpiece worthy to present to the one that you love. All right, so those are my tips on how to write your own wedding vows. Thank you so much for watching, and aloha.